Makiwu, I say good morning and welcome to Koikimedia live as we continue our campaign and quest to self-determination. It is coming up to exactly 2:23 a.m. in the morning and 20th of October 2024. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a tún kábọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa tí a mọ̀ sí Koiki Media níbi tí a ti ń wo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ohun tó ń lọ nínú Nàìjíríà àti ìdí pàtàkì tí àwa kan fi dìde láti fi kígbe síta nítorí many Nigerians do not know what is going on in that contraction you're calling a country, especially the Western media continue to tell lies that there is still greatness if we have a country called Nigeria. So my job on a daily basis is to explain, educate, and bring you up to date with those lies so that we can debunk it. So it takes a lot of work, but we will not get tired. So good evening, good morning, and welcome to this edition of our early morning broadcast. It is still Belfast, a very quiet town with about a population of less than half a million. Belfast, as we know, is part of the United Kingdom and it also has its own advantage. And like many of us that continue to say that we are better off to stand as an independent country. So I'll be explaining all that in the broadcast again this morning. Please share the program and invite your friends to do so as well. Mokiwa Lenkosi, we ekaro. There's a lot of areas I want to touch this morning, especially the a week after we delivered a very fantastic outing in London, United Kingdom, with Dr. Chief Sunday Gbowo and the Ifelodun Akpakpomo Yoruba and many others that participated. Since then, there's been a lot of discussion. Propaganda machine is already kicking in because the government is scared and concerned that the Yoruba people are taking further steps. So my job is to look at some of what people are saying, especially nísìnyí tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n tẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan kan lọ tẹ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ tí ń fi wọn létí pé Nigeria is a biggest fraud created by British for their own selfish gain, and we will bring it down either by peace or by war. There's no doubt about that. The IRA fought Britain, the English people, they fought them very hard so that they can be free. If we do not fight hard, we will not gain our freedom. So freedom is not going to be given to you just like that. You would have to fight to gain that freedom. And that's exactly what we are doing on a daily basis. So under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akitoye. So the Yoruba Nation Awareness continue with Koikimedia. Please share the program and invite your family and friends to do so as well. So I'm trying to figure out where we should start this morning because I was out at Mama Bobo and there was a particular mother that was there and she was saying the same thing, the lies, the raw 14 federal government in pa, and many Yoruba people, the gullible ones that say, oh, there is a regional government bill. I'm going to be explaining that fraud again this morning because there's nothing called regional government bill. It's a fraud and it's just a distraction to the true meaning of asking for a sovereign nation, which is called Yoruba country. We are better off to be out of Nigeria, have our own independent country, run our own government away from the contraction that does not have any meaning to many of you in your life because ní ṣoríire nínú Nigeria. There's no doubt about it, because Nigeria is created so that poverty and our stolen identity will not return back to us. And many people knows that, but it's just that many people love the fraud in Nigeria. We know that there are many of our kings that are criminals that doesn't want Yoruba nation. We're not going to curse them, but we know that they're working on the agenda of the politician, and we will destroy that agenda. We will destroy it, and there's no doubt about it. Tó bá máa dìjà, ó sì máa dìjà gbẹ̀yìn ni. But kó tó dìjà, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ní làákàyè, àwọn bá ń gbádùn, politician gbádùn, àwọn elite ń gbádùn, ìyà wa ń jẹ̀wọ̀, àwa wá ń pariwo pé ká gba Yorùbá nation, olórí burúkú ààrẹ, bomb bastard, ọmọ àlè, ó wá ní ká gbẹnu dákẹ́. Ṣé ìwọ mọ̀ pé torí ayé ẹ̀ kó bá bẹ́tà la ṣe ń pariwo Yorùbá nation? So that is the discussion at the early hours of this morning. So share the program and invite others to do so. While we are still getting the platform ready, it is to remind us that self-determination and none of you can. And let's just listen to this. I'm coming.
Sunday Boja, oh, Obiri. Never marry a sango mureri. But my day I'm on Terry, oh, Koja Kirimi. The country says that I go, Osha. Never see you where I go, Osha. I'm to fit Tori, Osha. I'm to fit Tiru, Osha. You know I want Tori Shadan, Sunday Osha. Akoni Omo. He's a legend of a generation. Ikú pàjẹ́gun tẹ̀rùn, apátápárá, òṣà tó ń para ẹ̀ lájúbà. Ó kọjá ọkùnrin mẹ́ta, ìṣẹ́gbẹ́ ọkùnrin mẹ́sàn-án. Sunday lọkùnrin kàkà tó kọ́. Ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé òde bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ó ṣe ń fi kan kún ọ lójú, ló ń fi kan kún ọ lẹ́nu. Ọ̀kan tó kù ló fi kún ọ lọ́nà fún. Oníhun ẹ̀ ọmọ aláàtì fún, oníhun ẹ̀ ọmọ adé ẹ̀ mọ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ yìí lọ́mọ orí adé ọmọ kẹ̀láwẹ̀. Ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta ó lè ṣe lójúde ọba. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ọ̀kọ́kọ́ mi lẹ̀sẹ̀ lálọ́, ọkọ̀ sì kọ́ mi lẹ̀sẹ̀ kábọ̀. Ẹ̀kẹta nígbà tí mi ò mọ̀ náà ni mo wà lálàdé àdínkù. Mo ní mo mórí adé lọ́mọ láṣẹ kí. Orí adé ọmọ aládé ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fún. Ẹ̀yin lòrò olúwa gúnyán tó kún bọ̀ wá bò ṣá.
Mokiwa Lemkon say, I say good morning and welcome. Let's play one more time.
Oshade, ọmọ ẹkùn náà dà, ọmọ ẹkùn náà rè. Àgàgà ọmọ tó ti ga, ìlàkùn bàbá mi lọ. Ẹ̀bà mi rìn ẹ̀ṣà gbóhùn rìn. Sunday Boja, owó obìnrin. Ẹ̀bà mi rìn ẹ̀ṣà gbóhùn rìn. Ọmọdé ẹ̀ mọ́ tẹ̀rí ẹ̀ ó kọjá kéré mi. Nìkan kì í ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ràgò, Osha. Ẹ bá ti rí ẹ̀ àgò, Osha. Mẹ́kù tó fi torí, Osha. Mẹ́kù tó fi tìrù, Osha. Nínú àwọn tó ń ṣàdá ní Sunday Igboho, Osha. Akọni ọmọ, he's a legend of a generation. Ikú pàjẹ́gun tẹ̀rùn, apátápárá, òṣà tó ń para ẹ̀ lájúbà. Ó kọjá ọkùnrin mẹ́ta, ìṣẹ́gbẹ́ ọkùnrin mẹ́sàn-án. Sunday lọkùnrin kàkà tó kọ́. Ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé òde bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ó ṣe ń fi kan kún ọ lójú, ló ń fi kan kún ọ lẹ́nu. Ọ̀kan tó kù ló fi kún ọ lọ́nà fún. Oníhun ẹ̀ ọmọ aláàtì fún, oníhun ẹ̀ ọmọ adé ẹ̀ mọ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ yìí lọ́mọ orí adé ọmọ kẹ̀láwẹ̀. Ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta ó lè ṣe lójúde ọba. mi lẹ́sẹ̀ àbọ̀. Ẹ̀kẹta nígbà tí mi ò mọ̀ ní ni mo wà lálàdé àdìgún. Mo ní mo mórí adé lọ́mọ lásẹ̀ kiri. Orí adé ọmọ aládé ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fún. Ẹ̀yin lòrò olúwa kúnyán tó kún bọ̀ wá kó jà.
A very good morning and welcome to Koikimedia live once again on self-determination. Ishewa Funlewa. Okay, 1 minute. I got two YouTube running simultaneously. That is wrong. We have two YouTube running. That is wrong. I need to bring one down. Number. I should have not two YouTube running simultaneously. We need to bring one down. I believe this is the one that needs to come down. So in Tawanibiba, I need to look sorry the other YouTube channel because I have two channels running simultaneously. I've just picked them. Yeah. So we're gonna bring this down. It might be missing me. I'm gonna come on the WD76. Good morning. So Mokibu Walen Konsi, I say good morning and welcome to my live broadcast. Yoruba Nation is for everyone. It's not for Igbo, it's not for Koikimedia, it's not for the world media. It belongs to everyone. But many Yoruba people do not understand what Yoruba Nation is all about. So our job on a daily basis is to explain it as much as we can, and that's exactly what we are doing. So I guess we are live now on my backup channel. I believe so. Katoka Kenwa. Mokibabawa Professor Adebanji Akitoye, the leader of the Yoruba Nation. Yeah, I think we are live here now, so I can see myself now. First and foremost, today in Belfast, starting from 1600 hours, our host and many others will be entertaining a celebration of an icon. Godfather promotion in conjunction with Muscal International cordially invite you to join us to the official birthday party of Chief Sunday Adeniyi Adeyemo Igboho that will be taking place in Belfast, where we are currently today, 20th October 2024. The venue of the event will be at Glen Park Bar, 14/16 at Donye Road, Belfast, BT 14 7 Delta Alpha, at exactly 1600 hours up to 1 a.m. This is powered by Mama Bobo Africa that we visited yesterday, Yetunde's Kitchen, Mobax Oil and Gas, Mr. No Boring Dulik, Tumba Cargo and Money Transfer. For the RSVP, call Sir Collie on 0744 8846 or you can speak to Godfather on 074 8895 3565. That is going to be happening later on, and that is the reason why we are currently in Belfast. So in case the Ebajomo Yoruba and you just want to appreciate Igboho for the work he's doing and the work we are still doing, join us at 1600 hours, which is approximately 4 p.m. local time in Belfast. So, NT Obalasiko Lati Darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. The next week, Thursday, Oshupa will be playing as well for Oloyegbowo in Germany. So you can join them as well there in Tier 1 in Germany. But right now, the focus is still about our Yoruba Nation self-determination campaign. Assalamu alaikum, Mokeyin Tiege Esin Musulumi. I am not yet sitting on a daily basis because of your religion. I care less whatever your religion is. Kò sí tó kàn mí pẹ̀lú religion. Your religion is your own cup of tea. My concern is that the stolen birthright that belongs to us has nothing to do with anybody. Yoruba come first is what I'm fighting for. Problem to I don't give a monk. I live in this country and not everybody believe in religion. Religion is your own bread and butter. Church of England was part of the slave trade. So when people come and talk about religion, that is your own edict, not mine. I love all religion. I love Buddhists. I love Hindus. We don't hate any religion, but we are concerned that the Yoruba people that are stupid, oriyokwe, and sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìran wa, and sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìsìn. Sọ̀rọ̀ ìsìn lẹ ká sọ nísìn. Àwọn ọba tí wọ́n fi jẹ́ ká lọ tó bá yá àwọn àmọ́ tá máa ṣe fún yín. Ẹ̀yin politicians, like I said, you believe that you have this military architect that can kill us. Look, you can't kill 60 million people. Possible. I know Adolf Hitler wanted to do the same thing, but he was put to his own, wherever they put him. So Tabaro Poboya, all these your intimidation, about the Yoruba people currently outside and inside. Ikú kan ló máa pa gbogbo wa. Ikú kan ló máa pa yín. And one thing is, ẹni tó fẹ́ kú, ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ kú. So it's better we sit on the round table and sort this nonsense out. Like I said, there will be crisis in Nigeria. Serious crisis. Tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ kó olúkálùkù máa lọ. So think about that. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú politicians olóṣì. Ẹ̀yin olóṣì tó jẹ́ pé ìkà ayé àtọ̀run nìyẹn. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga falere. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtí bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́jẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtọ̀hún tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Now, a week ago, we were all in London and making our case heard. Afijako City. That was the reason why we came out for the massive rally. Some Yorubas did not turn up because to them, they see us as time waster, that we don't know what we are doing. Some came out because they believed that we were doing the right thing. Whether you were out or not does not matter. What matters is that we that came out are the Yorubas that are concerned about the future of us being part of Nigeria. Nigeria is a country of many nations. Not today. Nigeria is a country of many nations. And those nations are now demanding their right to exit. Okay. Out of Nigeria. But the argument is that we should not allow our unity to be destroyed, especially people like Olori Buruku Gowon that is celebrating 90th birthday after killing 5 million innocent Biafrans. They are celebrating Gowon's 90th birthday. And he will be alive to witness many people So at the end of the day, many of us are worried and concerned that our life is no longer safe, and self-determination is what we ask for. But self-determination here, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní òun kọ́ ni the right way. And my job every night, morning and day is to differentiate what Nigeria has been to us for 64 years and what should be the nearest future of us opting out of Nigeria. So in Taiwan bonus in a way, after Tiajade from our great outing, many people started bringing all kind of analysis. But the one that I've been hearing is what they called a regional government bill. And I want to go back and explain that, because believe that a regional government bill was put out by Tinubu, but I'm going to tell you that that's a lie. That's a nonsense and the bloodiest lie. So let's go back to June this year. According to the Punch newspaper, the Punch newspaper told us that Tinubu gets bill proposing return to regional government. Those headline is a complete nonsense. Irolowa headline, because Tinubu koni o propose regional government. There's a man called Fakponda, Dr. Fakponda. Dr. Fakponda, right? Òun o propose billion to fi regional government, because he has come out himself to say that òun lòun kọ́ kò ṣe ìjọba Tinubu. How people become daft torí wọn pé Tinubu kọ́ ló ń push agenda regional government, òun gangan kọ́ ló push ẹ̀, Fakponda ló push ẹ̀. So there's another headline on the Premium Times, and that headline says, why Emi Fakponda, I am pushing for government structure reform bill. Don't pè ní draft. Ìyàtọ̀ tó wà níbẹ̀ ni pé Tinubu gangan kọ́, ìjọba Tinubu tàwa náà òun kọ́ ló propose regional government. Aráàlú kan, citizen tó ń pè ní Dr. Fakponda, kí lẹ fẹ́ sà? Sájà ẹlòlè. Okay. What do you want? The cable? Which one is yours? Use the fast one. Is it the fast one? The flat one, isn't it? Let me use this one for now. I'll just charge it. So I want to make sure that because a lot of diaspora, like I said yesterday, a woman was telling us that I want Bonipa regional government. Okay. This is an Android phone or iPhone. iPhone and Android. Okay. All right. I have it. All right. Not been so now, táwọn èèyàn bá wọn sọ pé there's a regional government bill. Níbo lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn pé regional government bill wà? Tí kò bá ń ṣe pé government propaganda. And the government is good at propaganda. Iṣẹ́ tí government mọ̀ ń pẹ́ nìyẹn. Kò ń ṣe Nigerian government alone. Government around the world. Wọ́n mọ̀ nípa dáadáa. Nípa irọ́ pípa. Tẹ́ bá rántí Tony Blair, and I'm going back to Iraq war. Mo kàn fi jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe Nigerian government nìkan ló ń parọ́. Iraq war, Tony Blair, ká lọ wo ohun tó sọ nígbà yẹn. Ní 2016, why did Tony Blair go to war in Iraq? That is not even the right question. This was by a journalist called Steve Richard. And it says, why did Tony Blair go to war in Iraq with a question mark? There are two conflicting answers to the question that are widely accepted. One outlined with passion by Blair's critics, and the other made with equal intensity by some of his supporters. Both will be heard relentlessly now that John Chicot is finally publishing his report, yet neither makes any sense. According to the Blair critics, argue that he lied. Oparo, the former prime minister ìlú yìí, tó ń pè ní Tony Blair, that Tony Blair lied persistently, and in doing so became a war criminal. But one thing many people do not understand is that government machines are powerful and they're criminals. So, and they want to distort the real argument on the table. The real argument on the table this morning is, should we be one? And if we're going to be one, under what rules? You can't be in Nigeria with the same rules that you're operating right now. That is a criminal rules that needs to be brought down quickly so that your life can be saved. So hold on to that. Let's go further. These answers has now fueled mistrust in politics to stratospheric levels. If Tony Blair lied, that is the former Prime Minister of the UK. If Tony Blair lied to send soldiers to their fatal death, it is hardly surprising that in recent months, voters did not believe a Prime Minister warning that the consequences of BRICS exit will be there. So the job of the government is to tell you lies. That especially in African countries like Nigeria, a criminal country in Nigeria. Now, let's go back to the headline. Two different headline, two different message. June 14, 2024, Tinubu gets the bill. Get Ogba. I mean, let's put it this way. I'm giving a document, right? Let's just assume this is a bill. I mean, just for, assumption, arguments, okay? Argument lásán ni o. So, mo jókòó sínú yàrá mi báyìí, mo wá mú pen, because ẹlòmíì a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣàlàyé fún yín kí orí yín lè pé ní understanding kankan rárá. Now, mo fẹ́ kọ bill, regional government bill draft, okay? Regional government bill draft by Ọlọ́run jẹ́ káwa ṣe lé ìfáwọ́ our self-determination, but torí kórí yín lè pè, torí ẹlòmíì orí ẹ̀ kò pé ní understanding kankan. a rò pé kàwé ni ẹ̀ka nothing. Now mo wá kọ ilé nígbà tí ilẹ̀ wa mọ́ láàárọ̀ mo wá jù sínú afẹ́fẹ́ ó yá ọmọ Koiki náà má ti accept the regional government bill drafted so kò ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́ nìyẹn ọmọ ilé ń pariwo Yorùbá nation now but headline kí n farabalẹ̀ wo meaning headline Tinubu get bill kí ló ń pè ní get because a gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣàlàyé fún yín with the English dictionary so let's go to the English dictionary now. Get according to get Govt echo tango get come to have wá gbà nǹkan receive so Tinubu fúnra rẹ̀ gan kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n mú lé lọ́wọ́ orí social media orí news network lòun náà ti fẹ́ máa kà kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n tẹ́ndẹ̀ fún wọ́n tí tẹ́ndà draft yẹn fún ìyẹn ni tó kọ́ bọ̀ lẹ́ni nísìn ṣe ni gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ pé Tinubu ó ti propose regional government bill kódà wọn náà ti ń debate ẹ wá bí wọn pé ṣé ojú ẹlẹ́gbàá ló ti ń debate àbí inú yàrá dádì ẹ̀ bomb bastard ibo ni wọ́n ti ń debate ṣàlàyé fún wa ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sórí headline yẹn lórí Punch 14th of June 2024 wọ́n ní Tinubu gets the bill now kí ló ń pè ní proposing proposing tí wọn náà bá fẹ́ yàwó wà á lọ propose wà á lọ sílé àná wà á ní kó jọ ó wá tọrọ ọmọ yìí wọ́n lè máa wà fún ẹ torí pé lórí burúkú nìyẹn torí pàyànpàyàn nìyẹn but wọ́n dẹ̀ lè fún ẹ nítorí pé èèyàn dáadáa nìyẹn kọ́ wo tọ́lá àwọn bàbá ẹ so tó bá ń sọ pé nǹkan propose put forward so ẹni tó kọ bíìlì yẹn ó kọ put it forward pé bóyá Tinubu máa ní làákàyè kó gbà àbí kó má gbà kí lẹ wá ń work pẹ̀lú yẹn why everybody is now talking about a regional government bill that is nowhere to be found because that is the propaganda machine of the government bóyá Tinubu ló wà behind it I don't know èmi ò mọ ẹni tó rán Dr. Fakon dánṣẹ́ but ẹni tó rán àwọn iṣẹ́ tá a fi ń ṣe tí ẹ̀ ń ṣe ní self determination lábẹ́ bàbá wa Akíntóyè ni torí bàbá yẹn at 89 òun ò gbọdọ̀ tún parọ́ mọ́ kọ́lọ̀ bá wa lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí bàbá yẹn but bàbá tiẹ̀ parọ́ fún wọn títí pé Nàìjíríà máa dá ẹni ẹ̀ náà là ṣe wà so let's now start digesting it bit by bit ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé yẹ̀wò President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will kódà wọ́n tún wá lo will that means pé wọ́n ti tẹ́ndẹ̀ fún as at 14th of June on Friday receive a draft kí ló ń pè ní draft a draft bill ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo meaning draft because ẹ̀mọ̀ power like a máa ṣọ̀làyé ní meaning torí kó lè bá yé àwọn èèyàn. Draft a preliminary version of a piece of writing tá a bá sọ pé draft prepare a preliminary version tí president bá fi wá sọ̀rọ̀ níta wọ́n ti máa ń prepare wá ṣoríṣiríṣi draft wá ní kó kà wá yọ ilé kúrò náà wá yọ ilé ìsìn ìyẹn làwọn olóṣèlú fẹ́ mọ̀ kí ni olóyè gbé lọ sí number 10 Downing Street because wọ́n mọ̀ pé bàbá Akíntóyè kó tó lè kọ lẹ́tà yẹn tí mo dẹ̀ sọ fún yín pé bàbá yẹn ó ń yọ sí méjì ó ń yọ sí mẹ́ta ó ń yọ sí méjì ó ń yọ sí mẹ́ta kó tó lè wá gbé kalẹ̀ ní dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì tá a gbé lọ yẹn àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀ kí ló wà nú ẹ̀ gbọ̀ngàn ìyẹn bí a tó bá dé ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá Govt lọ́ máa béèrè yẹn now let's come back here why then làwọn èèyàn ṣe wá ń pariwo pé Tinubu ó ti gbé regional government wọlé ẹ máa jó ẹ máa yọ one bastard níbo lẹ́ ń jó sí that is a lie irọ́ ló ń bẹ níbẹ̀ but wọ́n fẹ́ fi distort the real topic tí ẹ kí gbogbo àmà discuss the topic is not about another election ẹni tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ another election àwọn tí wọ́n mọ ìdí pàtàkì tàṣe ìfikúdọ̀ nínú rẹ̀ because a ṣe máa ṣe election nílẹ̀ Yorùbá a máa ṣe politics a kò ní ṣe politics àmàlàtẹ̀bà tá à ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn because politics tá à ń ṣe nísìn kò respect citizen kò fún citizen ní ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí aráàlú láti máa lọ dọ̀bálẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn arúgbó lọ máa jókòó síwájú ilé government house ẹ̀sán pension ni wọ́n ẹjọ́ ṣé bó ṣe jẹ́ kó rí nìyẹn now let's look further into the discussion. The proposed legislation, ẹ mọ̀ kí mo ti sọ pé propose yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí meaning ẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkan sí.
Propose.
O lè yọ oríṣiríṣi kúrò nínú ẹ̀. Suggest, ká gbé yẹ̀wò, but a gbé Yorùbá nation self-determination a gbé yẹn yẹ̀wò. Ẹ ṣe gan-an ẹ̀rọ ọlọ́àbá aṣọ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ àdúgbò ti wà. Now, this message of false hope, ó máa ń jẹ́ kí ọmọ Yorùbá kó tún máa mẹ́mìí kúrò. I am not even talking about àwa ká ti gba Yorùbá nation. Ẹni tó gba Yorùbá nation ṣe nínú wọn wá ń dùn pé Koiki ti sọ fún yín pé Tinubu máa fún wa ní regional government, but Tinubu kọ́ ló kọ regional government. The reason why we are talking, kò jẹ́ ká máa sọ̀rọ̀ regional government rárá, but as at àná ìyá kan ṣì ń sọ fún mi pé Tinubu ti gbé regional government wọlé, kódà wọn náà ti ń debate mọ́ orí channels wo lọ ti rí yẹn wọ́n lè sọ, because that is in táwọn èèyàn sọ síta, in tó ń pè ní propaganda machine government nìyẹn. Now let's go back to the article tí mò ń kà yìí ó wà lórí Punch newspaper. Headline is Tinubu get bill proposing return to regional government. Kò tí accepted. Àwọn House of Assembly wọ́n tẹ̀ tí rí inú pépà bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe ń kà làwọn náà ṣe ń kà was farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ dáadáa. Kò síbi kankan tó ti ń debate bí ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, because it is just a propose and it's a draft. Now let's read further. The proposed legislation authored by a chieftains of a Yoruba social cultural association, Afenifere. Now, what in Baba break it down? Because one you are authored, tí yàn bá kàwé bàbá Akíntóyè kọ̀wé kan nísìn, àwọn ni author ìwé yẹn, the history of the Yoruba people. Now, ṣé orúkọ ta fẹ́ gbé jáde nísìn ní orúkọ ẹni tó propose, ẹni tó ṣe agbátọ bí regional government yẹn bó ṣe ń rò pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́? Kò ń ṣe pé Tinubu àtàwọn ẹmẹ̀wẹ̀ ló jókòó lọ ní ká lọ ṣe regional government. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ yẹn yé wa díẹ̀díẹ̀. So there is nowhere today that Tinubu himself requested, submitted that we have a regional government. So if you are still one of those Nigerians that think that, oh, Tinubu has proposed, it was never and it is not Tinubu that did the propose. It was a man called Akinfapomunda. And that name is different from Tinubu. So, níbo lẹ ti wá gbọ́ regional government tí Tinubu ṣe? Oh my God. You can see why we have to sit down day and night láti máa ṣe àwọn èèyàn wa lọ́kàn pé ìlú yẹn is the worst country you can ever think of. Let's go further. Arákùnrin tó ń pè ní Akinfapomunda yìí, àwọn wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ tó ń pè ní Yoruba Social Cultural Association tí a mọ̀ sí Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Mo wá mọ̀ bóyá Afẹ́nifẹ́re ti bàbá Fáṣọ̀rántì lọ́wọ́ wà àbí ti bàbá wa Adébánjọ Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀gọ̀bámi. But this man is a member of Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Àwọn kan wò lọ́kàn ara wọn pé bóyá òun ní ọ̀nà àbáyọ. There's nothing wrong with in táwọn sọ, but tẹ́ bá ṣì ń ṣe regional government, you are still in Nigeria. Instead that you are proposed for regional government, gbogbo wọn ò ṣe béèrè fún the right thing lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Ṣé rí pé ọgbọ́n fi dá wa dúró sínú wàhálà. because regional government yẹn ní àgbà lọ́wọ́ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ní 1959 tá a fi lọ ṣe election tó fi fún wa ní western region, eastern region, northern region kó tó di pé wọ́n dàrú. So in tó dàrú nígbà yẹn wọ́n wá ní ká padà síbẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ rí pé àwọn èèyàn ò ní làákàyè? Nígbà tí a ti wá realize pé no, a ní láti padà sí regional government, we should demand a full autonomy. Kí ló ń pè ní autonomy? Ká gba agbára padà sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wọ́n ní no, ẹ jẹ́ ká gba agbára yẹn bọ̀ ká ṣe máa support wọn ní center, bomb bastard. Àwọn ọ̀dà fi máa support ní center, àwọn tó ní kankan. Because wọ́n mọ̀ pé omi tó ń bẹ ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ lò ó fáǹfààní ara wọn. Tó bá dọjọ́ iwájú tí Nàìjíríà bá ti pín, yes, a lè ní treaty pẹ̀lú north. Tẹ́ bá máa lo omi wa, èyí báyìí lè máa san fún wa. A dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ mú tẹ́ ń kó wọlé torí kẹ́ máa wá kógun jà wá. The same thing fún àwọn ilẹ̀ Ìgbò náà. But ọmọ Yorùbá ní 2024 ó wá ní ká padà sí regional government. How many years ago the regional government on soil? We're talking about nothing less than 4 decades. Because the regional government was destroyed in kódà regional government ò bá wa dé 1970 kó tó ti gbadànù sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan. Àwọn olè jẹgúrújẹrá military náà ni. Àwọn military ló destroy ẹ̀ tá fi wà níbi tá wà lẹ́nu. So ẹ̀yin wá ń propose nígbà táwa kan ti wá realize pé ìyàtọ̀ wà nínú regional government àti full sovereign nation. What do we call sovereign nation? A sovereign nation is that ìwọ ló máa pàṣẹ ẹni tó máa wọ̀lú ẹ̀, ẹni tó ní wọ̀lú ẹ̀. Ẹ̀pẹ̀lẹ́. Which one makes a good headline? Yoruba self-determination or Yoruba regional government? So you still want to wọ́n wá ní no, Koiki bá ṣe máa ṣe ni pé a bá ti gba regional yẹn, àwa máa fi yẹn push towards the agenda of Yoruba nation. Why do we need to go through that route when we can take our birth of right lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀? We take the full autonomy, ìyẹn máa jẹ́ ti tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. We will have the same level of protection and support for the people, and we will have a good neighbors. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo àwọn ìlú kéékèèké tó wà láàyíká wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo Niger as an example. Niger right now, níbi tí population wọn láàárọ̀ yìí, gbogbo population wọn is 26 million. Wọ́n bí Tinubu dá kó attack Niger. Ẹ gbọ́ mi. That is the kind of what we need now. Káwa náà lè ní right láti kọ́kọ́ defend ilẹ̀ wa, because tí ẹ bá ti defend ilẹ̀ yẹn kó padà sọ́wọ́ wa, táwa ní regional government, bàbá ní ọlọ́pàá tiwa gan sẹ̀, ká ní sójà tiwa gan sẹ̀, wọ́n máa ṣe compromise àwọn olè tó wà láàrin wa. But tá bá ti gba full autonomy, government wa gbọ́dọ̀ represent wa. That is the first key. If our government fails to represent us, there will be problem for them. Nema òun ni capital of Niger. And as I speak to us today, ẹ̀wọ̀n tí Niger fi America tó fi pàtó fún wọn. Wọ́n renegotiate ayé wọn through a government to believe in the value of the system of the citizen, even though it could be military. I will need the military. We need a full civilian Yoruba government. But bí ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe wọ́n ronú ni kò yé mi. Àwọn nínú ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ gba díẹ̀ ká tó gba full. No. Why do you want to take small when you can take it big? It's because àwọn tó ń kọ́ kíní yẹn they are part of the distractors. So ibi tó yẹ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá máa gbọ́ self-determination. Okay, ẹ̀rọ tí wọ́n ní Tinubu máa fún wa ní state police lọ́la Aswani. You will not get that. So let's go back to the discussion. This bill was put together by Akin Fakpowunda. Abuja ló ń gbé. Tẹ́ bá rántí tí Ayílógé fi sọ pé kí bàbá tó wà ní Benin Republic Fápòhùndà wà l'Àbújá. Ṣé ìkọ̀kan náà làwọn méjèèjì ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí? Bàbá Akíntóyè ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa self-determination, full autonomy. Ṣé Fápòhùndà wà ní làákàyè ju bàbá Akíntóyè lọ? Ìbéèrè ni o. Ṣé Fápòhùndà tó draft bíìlì ṣó ní làákàyè ju bàbá Akíntóyè lọ? Ọmọ ọdún mélòó ni Fápòhùndà? Bàbá wo lọ wò bọ̀ kò tó bàbá Akíntóyè lọ́jọ́ orí. Bàbá Akíntóyè dẹ̀ ti ṣe Second Republic nínú Nàìjíríà, wọ́n mọ̀ pé ó lè náà ni. Ó lè ní system yẹn. So why is people like that trying to disturb us? Because it's a complete distraction. It's a total distraction to put our mind away from the reality. The reality is we should all be demanding for a full Yoruba autonomy. No. Àfẹ́yìn. Ṣé ilẹ̀ máa ṣe Yorùbá nation fún wa? Ó ti gbàgbé pé government is run by the people, for the people, but not in the contraction you call Nigeria. Now, let's go further. A bill for an act to substitute the annexure to Decree 24 of 1999 with new governance model for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. A ní àfigbọ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́ nínú ayé wa. Imagine, àṣewàjẹ́ regional, àwa tó wà nínú Nàìjíríà. The same Nigeria that has killed 5 million Biafrans during the Biafra War. The same Nigerians that have destroyed the Yoruba culture. The same Nigeria tó gba èdè kúrò lẹ́nu wa tó ní ká máa sọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì lọ sí China kò wò bí èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì lọ fi hàn pray. Saudi Arabia lásán mẹ́yìn wọ́n sọ English. Chua ní tó bá ti gbọ́ o lè gbé níbẹ̀. Ní Germany, ní Finland, ní France. But wọ́n kọ́ àwa papọ̀, wọ́n kọ́ wa sínú ògo. Wọ́n ní ká máa sọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, èdè lédè. Lọ sí Belgium, ẹ ṣe bá mi. And this is the reason why Tashin Sofan, nobody is fighting anybody. Àlàyé ni, self-determination is a right. And last week, ó ṣe pé 1 week that we went to number 10 Downing Street. So I don't want to give you too much and put my energy on this, but I just have to remind you that there is nothing called regional government bill right now as we speak inside the house. Now, let's go further. The Punch, as reported last week, this was before this week, that the said bill was disowned by the House of Representatives, whose spokesman, Akin Rotimi, and the chairman committee on rules and businesses had not been listed for deliberation in the ongoing move to review the 1999 Constitution as amended. And you cannot amend something that is a fraud. That is number one. So when they're telling you, oh, we are going to amend the 1999 Constitution, the question is, what do you want to amend in a fraudulent constitution in the first place? Because evidence have pointed by many senior advocates of Nigeria that the 1999 Constitution, now amend, is a lie. So as we speak to you today, right, Fápòhùndà has just made a draft for regional government. That draft, inú yàrá ẹ̀ ló wà, ó dẹ̀ wà lórí social media. Kò sí ní House of Parliament, àbí House of Senate àti House of Assembly l'Abuja. Kódà kò sí nínú state level. Gbogbo discussion tí wọ́n ń pè ní regional government orí atẹ́gùn ló wà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mi náà ṣe ń sọ ẹ̀ àtàwọn tó kù. Kò sí nínú Abuja níbi pé wọ́n ń debate. Now, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n náà fẹ́ ṣe regional government. Inú bo lẹ́yìn ti gbọ́ yẹn. Stop listening to lies and propaganda. That is what the government is good at. So I just want to clear that quickly so that we can move forward. So again, yes, there was a regional government bill that was put together by a citizen, but not by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as many people have said. Now, let's come and review the discussion from last week. Why are many people coming out to say, why United Kingdom? Kí ló dé tẹ́ gbé lẹ́tà lọ sí UK? I told you that we sent a letter to Tinubu in April but he did not want to listen to us, and we left it like that. Now, let's leave the regional government on the side because it's a trash and it's rubbish and it's a waste of time. And àwọn tó wà behind it, they are only wasting your time, but they're not going to waste our own time because our right to self-determination is what we're going to push for. Now, let's listen to this. Let's come now to, would Nigeria ever work? Ṣé Nigeria lè ṣiṣẹ́? The question and the answer to it, everybody knows. But people are playing themselves different games. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé Nigeria lè ṣiṣẹ́. But what they want to do is that they want to use Nigeria as a chess to delay the indigenous people. So let's listen to this man.
The fact that the constitution being created by the President Tinubu needs to put his best foot forward to govern the country. If he does that, in 4 years, he can turn things around. But there are certain critical things he would need to do. The first thing is to say, what's the constitution? If, for instance, me and my wife Lillian.
Remember that Tinubu is using the same fraudulent constitution to govern Nigeria. And many of us were expecting that to work. You know, the constitution doesn't work. Probably. Ìdí tí constitution yóò ṣe lè work òun ni pé àwọn tó draft the constitution yẹn wọ́n drafted in a crafty way to pull us down. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, a ní state kankan ó ní resources lábẹ́, governor kankan kò ní right láti penetrate, láti extract the resources and make it useful for the citizen in the state. So, the senior advocate of Nigeria, Agbakoba, ó wá ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ Tinubu pé ó sure pé constitution tí ó bá ń lẹ̀ yìí ló fẹ́ lò fi govern Nigeria, ó máa le díẹ̀ o, ẹ̀jẹ̀ àgbọn tó sọ díẹ̀ sí.
Don't agree in our marriage of 45 years, then we can't do anything. So the first thing that President Tinubu will need to do is to ensure that Nigerians all agree to be one country.
Now, the first thing, lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, do Nigerians all agree to be one country? Ìbéèrè ni kò mú jàdání with a question mark. Do Nigerians all agree to be one country? Can you force people to remain one country? You can't. How? That is the first question we should be asking ourselves. Not go and vote election. Shut up. No, you can't tell anybody to shut up. At 40 plus, you'll be telling us to shut up. What do you mean by that? The first question every politician should be asking now is, do Nigerians, because there's nothing called Nigerian, that itself is a fraud. British created that word, Nigeria, Niger area, níbi tó bí wà, by Lugard. Lugard, Otikutikpe. Àwa wá nọ́ọ̀sì ntí wọ́n create fún wa. No, Koiki, we are now independent country. Ọ̀dẹ̀ òmùgọ̀. Who told you that you are independent country? No, we are a sovereign country. Igboho cannot take letter to UK because we got independent. You are the mumu man or woman to be talking like that. A lawyer, senior advocate of Nigeria, Agbakoba. This is the question that we should all ask everybody. Throw the question out, not be talking about regional government and force people together. Do Nigerians all agree to be one country? The moment 3 of them say we don't want to be one country, that means there must be a debate. There must be a deliberation. There must be a discussion. That is what they are avoiding. Table Lele, we sit on the round table. Our representative, Igbo representative, Hausa, Fulani is not part of us. They were criminals that came in about some years into the northern part and penetrated themselves. People like Ganduje, Sultan of Sokoto, and the bomb bastard all over that end. Oh, I feel Jekawama. I feel increase it. My panic, we much another one. And they want to deceive us. And that is what we have been telling our people. The question is, do we want to be one? Mokiyawa Omolara Iyabo Ajala akójáde ti ọjọ́ last week ẹ̀dẹ̀kọ́ àdúró tì mí ní gbogbo ìgbà ẹ̀dẹ̀ má bínú sí wa pé fún yín ní enough information mo kí gbogbo yín màmá tó kù náà. I'm asking the question, do Nigerians all agree to be one country? Even if it's 1% that disagree, that means there should be a deliberation. No, that 1%, government will crush you. You know, go better for you now. Oko dear. The moment that 3, 5, 6, 1, 10, 1,000, 1 million people say, no, you don't want to be Nigeria, that means there is now a call for discussion. Ọmọ àlè Yorùbá tó wá ń sọ fáwọn àníṣe pé no, bear agree to be one, you must be one. Kò possible. Ó máa dogun bẹ̀yìn ni. Ẹni máa kú, ẹni máa yè. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ikú máa ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú kọ̀tà gbé dání, ikú máa ṣẹlẹ̀ gidi. Torí pé àwọn kan nígbà. And that is something that you must understand. Ìlú tó bá ń force àwọn èèyàn pé ìtẹ̀fẹ́ yẹn àní fún yín. Let me take you now to IRA. Ayomi Kundami, you say capital no. Even if it's only me that say I don't want to be Nigeria, it is the right of the government to now sit me down and let us discuss. Because if you refuse to let us discuss, I will create many awareness and wake up the dead one among us. And that is exactly what we are doing today. You think I've gone to bed, Abi? Don't bastard. Ìwọ rò pé mi ti lọ sùn? No. Èmi ti sùn mo jí ni so that kí lè jí ẹ̀yin náà tó kù. We are living in a country that is not our own. And until we leave that country, that is when we will have peace. Keke Oku says, Nigeria stands on falsehood. So, but we understand, ẹni tó ń hustle tèmi ń pa nísìn, kò ní làákàyè kọ́kọ́, tá bá ti gbé búrẹ́dì lé lọ́wọ́ páká, oúnjẹ wà ní kitchen yẹn. Tí ibi bá pa mí nísìn tí bá ṣe tán, rice àtọ̀bẹ̀ tó dáa. Omi ni. Kódà drink oríṣiríṣi bíi 6 lọ kó sínú fridge fún wa. Ibi tá bá lè mú dé, ìwọ ló máa lọ toilet. Àdẹ̀mú ní wànàwànà torí ní Nàìjíríà ibi tó ń pa yín ṣe tẹ́ bá ti rí nǹkan báyìí yàmùyàmù ni yàmùyàmù. Ibi bàbá máa mú díẹ̀díẹ̀ torí pé tó ti bá padà sí London èyí tó wà nílé mi máa ṣe bá ń bẹ̀. Mo ṣe shopping fáwọn ọmọ mi. I've not seen my children for almost a week. Bomb bastard olóṣì. Torí kí ìyá má bàa jẹ gbogbo wa làwa ṣe ń ṣe léyìí. You feel pé this going up and down we are doing is for my own benefit alone. No. You think it's for Igboho's children benefit and ṣé Igboho nìkan ló máa jàǹfààní gbogbo ẹ̀? Àwọn àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ ṣe wàhálà àjọ ń lọ àjọ ń bọ̀. You think every kò sí journey tó kéré? Kò sí journey kankan tó kéré. Oh, you think because you are seeing us at the airport, do you know that we have to go through, screening, this, that? You don't say anything. You put yourself in there, they will say, yeah, go through. Sometimes, you forgot that this item was in my luggage. My luggage was put on the side. I forgot. On our way to Belfast, I forgot that I had this in my bag. Ó yẹ kí n ti yọ sí ìta. But ilé ìtọ́jú pé báàgì mi oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló wà nínú ẹ̀. Mélòó ni mo fẹ́ rántí? Pẹ̀lú ẹrù tí yàn gbé sórí téèyàn máa lè. Ẹ̀yin tí ìyà ti báyé yín jẹ́. Ìṣẹ́ àti ìyà wọ́n ti kó sí yín lórí. Ẹ wá ń tọrọ ọmọ Yorùbá wá ń tọrọ 5,000 naira lórí social media. Ẹ̀yin jẹ́ ká lọ làgò mọ́ àwọn tó kó wa dání, ká fọ́ gò mọ́ wọn lórí, kórí wọn bẹ́jẹ̀, ká fọ́ ìgò mọ́ wọn lórí. Ẹ̀yin olùṣọ́ lórí burúkú tọrọ 5,000. The question I'm asking, eléyìí gan ni màá fi ṣe headline nísìnyí. Do Nigerians all agree to be one? I have not even talked about the Biafra now. I'm still talking about Awarawa. Yes, we have Yoruba people that doesn't want us to be one. They want us to be Nigeria so that we can be nursing Nigeria on behalf of the West. Look, forget about àwọn Igbo tẹ́ ń pariwo mọ́. Some of you orí yóò pè rárá, don't bastard. Àwọn tó ń jẹ Nàìjíríà wọ́n ju Igbo lọ. But wọ́n ẹni tí yàn bá lè lè dé mọ́ òun náà ló máa ń mú. Àbí? International community ń jẹ nínú Nàìjíríà Igbo tí wọ́n fẹ́ attack tó ń bá jà yẹn. I am not saying that they are good people and they are not also saying that we are good people. That's why we go separately. Kólúkálùkù lọ ṣe tiẹ̀. Tí bá fẹ́ lọ sí ilẹ̀ wọn kí lọ gba visa. Tí bá fẹ́ lọ kí ìyá mi nísìn, ìyá mi first bank, mo dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ ní Canada the next year, màá lọ gba visa. Canada have every right to reject my application. Wọ́n reject application yàn nílùú yìí. Kò mí pé tó ló ń gbé ní UK, especially tó bá ń lo that nonsense Nigerian passport tó ní value wá gbé dé airport báyìí. Ọmọ máa wò báyìí. Which country is this? Nigeria. Nigeria. Ṣé ká jẹ́ kí lè wọlé àbí ká stamp ẹ̀ kó padà? Ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí Yorùbá bá dá dúró àmọ́ ní passport tiwa? So you now want us to save Nigeria because of Fayose lórí burúkú, because of Fayemi, because of Aregbemogo and all these criminal politicians. Mo ń gbọ́ nísìnyí tán ní Ṣèyí Mákindé ó ti jí owó tó pọ̀ ó fẹ́ contest for president ní 2027 tí gbogbo wa bá fún wọn láyè ni torí ọ̀dẹ̀ ni gbogbo wa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ tó tá a bá yẹ pé a kì í ṣe ọ̀dẹ̀ ó yẹ ká strangulate gbogbo wọn kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó má gba gbogbo wa mọ́. Bọ́tí rọ́ àwọn olórí burúkú babaláwo àwọn yẹn ti gbàbọ̀dẹ̀ fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn ló ń ṣoògùn fún wọn. Tẹ̀tẹ̀ bá lọ bá babaláwo kankan nílẹ̀, I'm not saying gbogbo wọn, bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lọ sílẹ̀ Yorùbá nísìnyí tẹ́ ní kí babaláwo kan ṣoògùn fún yín, mo kí ẹ easy. Ọlọ́mọ àdúró tiẹ̀ brother mi. Òun wá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní London last week. Ó ṣe padà sí America níjọ́ Sunday ni. Kò ná rárá àfẹ̀nà tó $5,000. Ó lè ṣe. Ṣé o fi pé yà ń jẹ́ lẹ́ni America ni? Kò ná rárá. Ó yàwó fún ìyàwó mi, ìyàwó fáwọn ọmọ mi. A jọ lọ sí school àwọn ọmọ mi, èmi àti Azeez kò ní dá fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé àwa tá à ń pariwo Yorùbá nation. Ẹ fi pé yà ń jẹ wá ni. A jọ lọ mọ́ ọmọ mi ní school. Ó wá rí scooter ọmọ mi kan tó rí pé brother kí ló ṣe scooter? Mo ní táyé. Ó jùlọ lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ó ní ká lọ ra brand new pump bastard. Kò ní tán fún ẹ láíláí. Ó níjọ́ tí Ìgbòho bá ti sọ pé clearance pé ká máa bọ̀ nílé ọ̀bí bàbá yín dà gbogbo à ń bọ̀ nílé. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo wa, àwa mélòó kan là ń bọ̀. Ẹni máa kú máa kú, ẹni máa yẹ ni. Àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣí ọkàn yín kúrò lára Nàìjíríà. Ìgbòho ní láti wá sí Nàìjíríà kankan. Operation wa nísìn àti ta ni for now. pump bastard. Operation kan la ṣe ní London tí gbogbo ń yàgbẹ́ àbí ẹ̀yin ò rí bó ṣe rí búlẹ̀tì kan ló ń pè yẹn àtọ́jú ìtókù sápò a lè má lò for the next 1 year àwọn tó prepare àwọn wò yín ràn báyìí ṣe náà ní gbọ́ ni ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú yẹn gbọ́ by fire by force a máa ṣe ọkàn àwọn èèyàn wa tí ẹ ti dè nínú òkùnkùn none of you tó máa wá comment òfò ìwọ tí yà ń jẹ pálọ̀ tí mo wà ó fàn ìdílé sínétọ̀ yín olórí burúkú lọ fáì pálọ̀ ibi tí mo máa sùn ní yàrá wà lókè mo refuse pé mo sùn yàrá ọ fún gbogbo wa ní yàrá kọ̀ọ̀kan pálọ̀ lèmi máa sùn kí n fi wọn kò ní da fún ẹ pump bastard ìyá máa jẹ yín kù ní tó o bá support Yorùbá nation inú Nàìjíríà ló máa kú but àwọn family ẹ tó máa bí nígbà míì àwọn ọlọ́mọ wa gbádùn torí Nàìjíríà ò gbádùn ìlú òfò ni. Even big America next to Canada, if your document is not right, they will send you back home. To fi pé yà ń jà wá ni. Mo kí yà ní comfort adélẹ́yẹ. Ọkàn yóò ní balẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jẹ́ kọ́kàn wá balẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú. Ẹ̀yin diaspora, ẹ̀yin ló mú nígbàyà. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ mú wa nígbàyà. Kò ṣe ní má mú wa nígbàyà. Ká máa tọ́jú yín àbí ká máa fa gbòòrò ká tọ́jú yín nígbà tí ilẹ̀ wa ní nǹkan ta lè fi tọ́jú ara wa ṣé dandan ni ká gbé lábúrọ́dì ni no ọkàn yóò ní balẹ̀ pump bastard. Let's continue. So ìbéèrè tá à ń béèrè lóru yìí, do Nigerians all agree to be one? Ẹ bá mi fi sínú comment section. The line is open if you want to call in. Tó ń bá dẹ̀ ti kùn mí, màá kọ́ pa fóònù mi ni wo aṣọ ìbora wà níbi àmì ti gbé wa máa kọ́ lọ kó pílò mi wá ní gbàgbà. Ṣé àyẹn tóbi dáadáa? Nice place. Mọ̀mọ́ bí Airbnb ni, I believe so. Àti wo football, oní internet, èrò life tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́yìn náà gbé lélẹ̀. Kí wọn náà lè máa kò ṣe ìtẹ́. Mo sọ fún Túndé tó tẹ̀lé olóyè wá láti Germany. Àwọn èèyàn máa ralẹ̀. Àwọn kan tó lọ balẹ̀ mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Mo kíyàwó Níláyọ̀ Ọmọtọ́ṣọ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan bàbá wa Jayé Ọlá. So my job as a journalist, I am not your blogger. I keep telling you, is to bring the conscious mind. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀tẹ́ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ ẹ bá mi gbọ́ wọlé share button mo bẹ̀ yín ni. It's not to sit here and be cursing. It's not about that. It's about the pain in us. Just parasite. Kúkú lè rò pé lọ́la àpọ̀ mọ́ bọ̀. Kí n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ program, I saw something on my group àwọn ọmọ mi tàjọ́ ń ṣe Yorùbá àwọn team mi Koikimedia. Kò ní dá fún yẹn ní ṣòro. Ogun máa pa gbogbo ẹni tó bá sọ pé ká má gba Yorùbá nation. Ẹni ṣòro ni. For the pain you are giving our people every day. Let me show you this video. This is one of my staff. I just saw the message at 1:58 a.m. Into the programming. Ẹ wo níbi tó wà. In the darkness, lọ ti fún ní dream. Kọ́nà àwọn tó ń bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ lélẹ̀ mo mọ tó ṣe. Ẹ̀rí nù. Ẹ wo nílé. Bí anulé ló wà ní bí hospital ní bíbá yín kò tẹ̀ yé mi. Can you imagine? Ẹni kúre ogun bọ̀ kò sọ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni kò sí bá bá ńlá ẹni tó lè sọ fún mi bá àwọn ìjà ogun mo tí rẹ̀ nínú mo tí rẹ̀. tó bá jẹ́ pé London ló wà nísìn. Kódà tí bá gbé sínú ilé tí mò ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ ní London, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ gbé orí mi lọ sí court. Mo ní bí àbá mi ò fi mú fóònù wọn lọ sí òkè, fóònù wọn ń bẹ ní wọn charge. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́, ẹkùnrin. Bàbá dúró tì yín.
Is about 3.5 hours.
Kábíyèsí lè lè máa rí o. Láti Dublin lọ́dọ̀ tí 3 hours.
3.5. A dẹ̀ ti pẹ́ ká tó kúrò lé ọ̀rẹ́ bí. A ti pẹ́ gan-an. Ọ̀sẹ̀ wa kúrò ní ìbàdí.
Ṣé ti ìyá ẹgbẹ́ jí lọ ni? Ṣé àwọn òpin kí ló dé?
Mi ì lè dúró gan. Ìtàn ṣe mo rí náà mọ́ mi.
Ìyá at least
mo rí kan
ẹkú
nínú.
ẹpẹ̀lẹ́ ọ̀dàbẹ̀ ara struggle náà. Tó bá dọ̀là ní ìsìn tẹ̀lé àríkò gbọ́dọ̀ kan tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀ ẹ̀mí ní wàhálà kan ṣe. Àbí akápá ó tẹ̀ ń fọ́yàn lórí. Ìlú kọ̀ọ̀tún pé kẹ́ fi wọlé ní kílẹ̀ kára fi wọ́n. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ní ibi tó ti fún ní treatment nílẹ̀ tó ní ọ̀rá tó lómi. Ṣé ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tẹ wà l'Amẹ́ríkà, tẹ wà ní Canada, tẹ wà ní UK yìí diaspora, ṣé bọ́ ṣe ń tọ́jú ẹ̀yin lélẹ̀ tẹ bá sick? Pápọ̀ pa gbogbo náà, wọ́n máa fún yín ní drip nínú ẹ̀. Ṣé bọ́ ṣe ń treat ẹ̀yin lélẹ̀? Àbẹ́rẹ́ ríran. Kí ni gbogbo eléyìí? Ẹ̀rí ó ń gba treatment, ó wà lórí bí apákó ló wà ní àdánù mo tẹ̀wọ̀n bí hospital lélẹ̀. So when I saw this, mo lórúkọ ẹni tó post ẹ̀kan náà àwọn tó ń bá mi ṣiṣẹ́ mi. Wọ́n á ní, can someone explain this video to me please? Because òun náà kọ́ ju fídíò sínú ilé, kò sàn kankan lé, bí ó ti kú ni, bí ó wà láyé ni, bí ó ní ìdówó ni, I don't know. Ṣùgbọ́n ni wọ́n dá mi lóhùn, ó ní it is Mr. Kinekan is on drip. Ẹ wo bí tó ti ń fọ́mọ Yorùbá, kò ní dá fún gbogbo yẹn ní ṣoríire. Ẹ wo bí tó ti ń fọ́mọ Yorùbá ní drip nínú ilé ẹ̀bí alọ́sítù lè àdáwọn ìfúnná. Ṣé bọ́ ṣe ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ náà ní Amẹ́ríkà lélẹ̀ ní UK? Ti fi àjẹ́ wọn. Ilé dẹ̀ ń sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́. Ọmọ Yorùbá dẹ̀ ń fọ́sẹ̀ pé kó wà ní Nàìjíríà. Nàìjíríà ò dẹ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀. You can see why I ask myself, ṣé ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá yìí, ṣé orí yín pé? Ṣé normal? Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, as is madness country. Ẹ wo bí tọ́mọ Yorùbá. Mo fẹ́ sọ state tó wà ní. State yẹn ní resources débi pé world class hospital ẹ̀ kó wà kó tí máa gbà tọ́jú nísìn. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè sí. Àwọn tó wà lórí Twitter nìkan ló máa ń fún mi ní thumbs up. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí YouTube ẹ̀ ń fún wa ní thumbs up. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ ń bá wa share program wa. Mo ní bí ẹ̀wọ̀ fi mu lọ sókè ni bí abẹ́rẹ́ ìgbàgbé ẹ̀. Okay. Okay. Ẹ wò yàtọ̀ ń fi wá jẹ. Baba Adeyemi ni Koiki, if you get to anybody in any government hospital, you will weep for Nigerians. Then why should we save Nigeria? Why? Muki Baba ni Kule Shita, mad people all over the place. And we sit here and people will say, shut up, shut up. Kill on Soleni. As if I'm the one that is suffering. As if I am the one in pain. So I'll call him in the morning and see where we can help. I'm not here pé kẹwàá fún lówó. Mo ṣe ní owó tí mo lè send sí tilẹ̀ bá mọ́. I can take care of him and send him to a private hospital in the morning. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni màmá ṣe fún gbogbo yín náà? Oh, so you want us to become Bambiala, ká máa tọrọ owó lórí social media? Hey, ẹ̀yin Yorùbá nation, èèyàn kan ti fẹ́ kú o, ẹ bá mi wọ́ owó fún ọ. Is that what you want me to do? Abi, that is what you want us to do now? So, ká di Bambiala lórí social media. Bambiala, Bambiala, ẹ má bínú ìtàn àbí báyìí. Mo fẹ́, let me take it out, ẹ má bínú. I want to charge the phone back. Abi, ẹ fẹ́ ká di Bambiala. Ẹ fẹ́ ká di Bambiala. Machine. Orí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ó pè. No. There's definitely something wrong. Ẹ má bínú. Because I want to charge the phone. Ẹ má bínú. Keeps going back the camera. Bambiala. And bring it back down. Machine. Báwo ni ta ló ṣe wá báyìí? How did we become? Wọ́n sọ pé warrior ni gbogbo wa. Báwọn generation la wá ní báyìí. I thought wọ́n máa ń sọ pé warrior làwa Yorùbá. Nǹkan kan ń bà wá lẹ́rù. But why are we scared? Nobody wants to die. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Good morning. Koiki, èyàn máa ṣe lọ. Àtẹ̀tẹ̀pẹ́ fáwọn tó tẹ̀ ń kí wa tó ń yìn wá. One Nigeria ò lè move us anywhere, Mr. Adekunle. Àfi tá a bá ń parọ́ fúnra wa. Cates agree pé àmọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Let us just for argument's sake pé àmọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. That we thought or we believe that one Nigeria will favor us. But ẹ wo dájú tó pè láwọn yẹn 76. Wọ́n ní that is what they've told them. Títí di stage yìí pé Nigeria máa dá. But Koiki is a process. It's a gradual process. You know, it will get better. How? We are not one. Mo lè fẹ́ gbọ́ lórí program yìí. So, let us ask our representatives in the Senate, in the House, local, àwọn ọba wa, àwọn baálẹ̀, people to ask the question, do Nigerians all agree to be one country? Do we agree to be one country? But we have not agreed to be one country. So let's go back and listen more to Agbakoba. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbọ́ Agbakoba lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Let's listen again.
President Tinubu needs to put his best foot forward to govern the country. If he does that, in 4 years, he can turn things around. But there are certain critical things he would need to do. The first thing is to say, what's the constitution? If, for instance, me and my wife Lillian don't agree in our marriage of 45 years, then we can't do anything. So the first thing that President Tinubu would need to do is to ensure that Nigerians all agree to be one country. You recall that Bolage asked those two questions. Do we want to be one? It's not by force. If we want to be one, how? We haven't answered those questions, which is what...
If we want to be one, tá bá fẹ́ jẹ́ ẹyọ̀kan, how? Okay, we want to be one Nigeria. How? With this federalism? Oh, no, with regional. No, with restructure. What we need now is self-determination. The inalienable right for us to be free. Let's go further.
Why I told President Akpabio of the Senate that it has taken 23 years to solve the problem of the Constitution. And I urged him, in conjunction with President Tinubu, to resolve the Nigerian constitutional question now by inviting the owners of Nigeria. The owners of Nigeria, mark you.
The owners of Nigeria. Look, Sharia àpọ́nlé ní gbogbo ìta ṣe ń ṣe America, nobody. Mo kí ìyá wa Oyèlámì Abọ́sẹ̀dé káàbọ̀ mọ́. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí ìjókòó. We don't want to be sitting here and make it look like this platform, is not a violent platform. But the fact remains is that we need to wake our mind out of Nigeria. Do we want to be one? No. So why then are we not discussing the discussion? Do Nigerians all agree to be one country? Regional government is a fraud. Self-determination is our right. Don't okay, Agbakoba.
Were those who owned Nigeria before Lugard brought his.
We own the land. We own the territory. But the military thinks that they can be used against the indigenous people. It's because ẹ ṣì ní ìbọn lọ́wọ́ ni. Nígbà tí gbogbo wa bá ní ìbọn lọ́wọ́, we will then know who owns the land. And that is why àwọn Biafra ṣe sọ pé àwọn need a lot of ìbọn láti fi defend ara wọn against the terrorist country. Because Nigeria is a terrorist country, tó ń terrorize wọn lórí ilẹ̀ wọn. But our Yoruba, we are still putting a good amount of diplomacy. And there's nothing wrong in that, because our diplomacy is what has played out last week. One letter has created a lot of conversation. Igboho is helping Tinubu for 2027. Igboho don't collect money. Koiki don't start again. If they push Igboho, at least everybody's talking. That is the brain power of the Yoruba people. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ dí abájọ ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ dí abájọ ni. Àìmọ̀ dí abájọ ló bí wọn ní, ló fọ́ wọn lórí. Wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ dí abájọ ni. You want to know how did we pull that together? Even those that did not believe us before, they are now asking questions like, what is in the content of that letter? Ó ṣe pé 1 week lánàá. Today is Sunday. Event was last week on the 12th. A day to remember that we shut down the most busiest high street in London for the Yoruba Nation rally. Tẹ́yìn mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn tájọ wà lójú títì yẹn lájọ ṣe Yoruba Nation, because apá títì rẹ̀ ni. And we were giving them our over 60,000. I brought some to Dublin, Motifawa around Dublin. We were giving them this. Remember this one that you guys, Koiki, we will continue to support your platform. Because you need money. And I'm grateful. And at least you can see the importance of our camera. I took a lot of pictures with Igboho yesterday as well. And there's still a lot of pictures that I've not uploaded. So you can see investment. You invest in something, we will benefit it together. It's not for me. It's not for me. All I'm using it for is for you. So when we said 1 million, people were like, where are you going to get the 1 million from? Our landly brain. We said 1 million Yoruba rally. We shut down London for 5 hours straight. From 10 o'clock, when we all assembled, there were nothing less than 5,000 police on duty on that day. Nothing less than 5,000. There was an helicopter that was put on the top to monitor the ground all the way through to Nigerian High Commission. They barricaded the Nigerian house because they were not sure what Koiki and Igboho wanted to do. They were scared. Gbogbo rally tá ti ṣe níwájú Nigerian High Commission were barricaded. The day they stand around because they were not sure what was going to happen. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé tá a bá wọnú Nigerian High Commission yẹn, tá a bá wọnú ẹ̀ British police ò ní right láti wọnú ibẹ̀ yẹn under the United Nations Constitution, because it is no longer British soil, it is Nigeria house. Maybe that was the reason why they barricaded the whole place. Well, they can lọ síwájú ẹ̀, wọ́n barricaded ilẹ̀. Ọ̀pá títì yẹn rẹ̀. That road táwa yẹn, ibẹ̀ ni bus 91 àti London. Wọ́n divert gbogbo ẹ̀. You can see that it was a 1 million rally, if not more. Because kò ń ṣe Yorùbá nìkan lánàá fẹ́ jẹ́ kó gbọ́ Yorùbá nation. And that is just one out of the two, because 2 things played out that day. Then you know. Nǹkan méjì ló play out níjọ́ yẹn. Apá títì rẹ̀. Àdẹ̀gbé lẹ́tà lọ sí Downing Street. Kódà àwọn Biafra wọ̀ tí ṣe ìtàṣe yẹn. Nigerian community ò tí ever ṣe tí a ṣe yẹn. Ẹni kọ́ fún yín ní evidence ẹ̀. At least èmi ti wà nínú system yìí for 25 years. So what more do you want? Àìdẹ̀ tí ní ìbọn, ìtàṣe yìí, rubber bullet ni. Because àwa la ní làákàyè. Torí a ní ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n torí ẹ̀ pé tó ń pè ní Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ àyè sọ ẹgbẹ́ mi dákẹ́kẹ́ shut up tẹ́ bá mú kẹ́kẹ́ sọ. If you don't have anything to offer in this movement, just watch. Báwọn bàbá wo lọ́wọ́ náà ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ní Belfast, ìyẹn ní èní, celebration of an icon, Godfather promotion in conjunction with Musical International, cordially invite you to Belfast to the official birthday party of Chief Sunday Adeniyi Adeyemo Igboho Oòṣà. Live broadcast will be coming from Koikimedia. Venue, Clean Park Bar, 14 to 16 Adonye Road, Belfast, BT 147DA, Sunday the 20th of October 2024, from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. Powered by Mama Bobo Africa, who were there yesterday, Mukiawa Mama Bobo, Yetunde's Kitchen, Mobax Oil and Gas, Mr. No Boring Billick, Tomba Cargo and Money Transfer. RSVP Sakoli on 07444884643 Godfather 07488953365. Celebration of an icon. Then on Thursday next week, Oshupana playing in Germany. All details you can check online. We're grateful to Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho for standing firm for the Yoruba people at this very difficult time. I think I can do half an hour more, and then we call it a day. Let's go back again to this video. I'm going to rewind it again.
But the Yoruba nation now, we are
Amalgamation in 1914 called them in. These are the people. President Tinubu needs to put his best foot forward to govern the country. If he does that, in 4 years, he can turn things around. But there are certain critical things he would need to do. The first thing is to say, what's the constitution? If, for instance, me and my...
Okay, I didn't start my Facebook. That's strange. So I'll start Facebook. Wow. I was wondering I had one phone left here. So I'm looking for myself on Facebook. I can't find myself. Interesting. So we're only live on one Facebook. I want to miss Lale. Comfort Adeleye. We are blessed with Baba and CSI. May the God Lord spare their life for us and everyone standing firm. Eshegoni, my grandma. I didn't remember when it started. So I'm going to post it later anyway, so that's fine. So we post it from the other Facebook. Moki Buboa. I know some Yorubas are like, oh my God, why you waste time? Why can you get out? Abi. So for me 4 years ago, I was going gbádùn lórí media a máa jẹ mú kan lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ń sùn màmá jí yín. And now your expectation, and Mama Bobo gave us a nice ewa going. Only the best in the whole of Belfast. Mama Bobo restaurant. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and many of you from Belfast. Let's listen to Abakuba. We're just about 28 minutes to the end of the program. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, popularly known as Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Coming up to 4 a.m. in the morning from Belfast, a very quiet town with less than a population of 400,000. Awala ni siagbeyin, ojú ló ń kán ìbòjì, òrùn bọ̀ níbẹ̀. Èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ìjà tá gbé dání Ọlọ́run ṣe lọ́wọ́. Bébì kan ṣe ń rò, Ọlọ́run ní má yọrọ ẹ lẹ́nu Koikimedia. Ọwọ́ ara wọn ló máa fi ṣera wọn. Àwọn olóṣèlú wọ́n máa tú àṣírí ara wọn síta. Tí ọmọ Yorùbá máa ní Koiki àti Igboho àti bàbá Akíntóyè dẹ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Láti àná ó ti dìjẹ́ta ní síta ti dé sí Belfast. The hospitality has been fantastic. Mo kí ìyá mi olórí Èkó, mo kí Kentos, mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìfẹ́lódún àpapọ̀, mo kí bàbá wa Wòrò Ṣàṣà, mo kí YSDM, mo kí Àjàgùn, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin màmá wa tí láǹfààní àti wá fún ìwọ́de tá a ṣe ní last week. Àtẹ̀yìn tí fún dìkan àbí ìdìkejì bọ́ọ̀sì lọ já yín sí Trafalgar Square, gbogbo plan yẹn wọ́n change ẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́, ẹ má bínú sí wa. The next outing that I'm proposing, again is a proposal, is to have a town hall meeting. Igboho will be there as usual, but it will be planned. There are some other things that they are working on, but I've not been told to reveal yet. You cannot kill Yoruba nation or possible. You can castigate us. Only now me. I was even given their only niwa Abi when the wallet me offer me 20, well not offer me much will change it. But I wanted to have the 20 pounds. Enough any 20 pounds to be lower. So I'm only going to say London. So yesterday I swapped 20 pounds for the Belfast money. Both to one share the lake. I swear that. Oh, here's one. Mobo. Onikini. Oh, what you done? Wow. Or today New York order. Okay. You know what life. Wow. I show what okay. On what jelly. What in America me. You know what to Lebamo. Well, or my dear. I saw it to Lebamo. Inshallah. I love you. All right, later, bye. Ìyàwó àlìjáde ti dé America padà. Ká dúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run. So yesterday, this is kí n tẹ̀ ní ìtóní orí ọba níbẹ̀, because we now have the king. So ìjọ ká máa ṣe ò fún ìmọ̀. Gbogbo 20 pounds mo ní bíbá kò sí orí King Charles níbẹ̀. Owó yẹn ò tí pọ̀ níta ni, that's why wọ́n ṣẹ̀ ń gbé ti King Charles jáde díẹ̀díẹ̀. Orí ìyá rẹ̀ ṣì wà lórí gbogbo owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Mo kí gbogbo ọlọ́pàá sí. So that is the difference between the two money. So if you look at this one, it's our money England they late. You can see the difference. That is the one for Belfast. And this is the one for England. One country with 4 different notes of money. So I'm going to save this. I hope one day, make a mistake, that I'll see Wales. But ní kí ẹ mọ̀lá fún mi ní kí n swap pẹ̀lú òun náà. So this is 2 different regions. This is England. This is Belfast. We now have Wales. We have Scotland. 4 countries. Ó wà nínú ìlú kan. Wọ́n pè ní UK. But òmùgọ̀ tiẹ̀. Àwa náà wọ́n sọ pé let's have Biafra nation, Yoruba nation, Arewa nation, Ijaw nation, and then we can have different things operating within our nations. No, we don't want that. But you want to come to UK, bomb bastard. But when you get to UK, you have the option to live in England, or you can go to where Mayegun in Scotland, or you can go to where Emola in Wales, or you can go to Belfast, Hawaii. And when you get to each of these regions, the money will be different, even though it is valid. The same value, the same 20 pound value, but you can see that it is different. Bomb bastard. The same money, the same value, but it's 2 different, pictures. It is the same value of 20 pounds, not delay. So if I take this back to London, they have no right to disagree to accept it. Because it's the same value like this. But because it's my first visit here, I will keep this as part of my analysis. And I'll tell Emola if he can, send me one. I forgot I should have told him. I'll speak to him. then màá mọ bí ṣe máa gba ti Scotland náà máa pe bàbá mi Emmanuel Stephen kó bá mi send ẹyọ kan sí mi. Ṣé ti rí yàtọ̀? One country called United Kingdom, and they have 4 different pictures of currency, same value. But stupid Yoruba people torí ní ó pè tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní làákàyè ẹ̀ ń bá Ìgbòho jà. Ìgbòho ní làákàyè jù ilẹ̀ wá ní kó kàwé, ẹ̀ wá ń sọ pé kó kàwé. One country called UK, but 4 different picture rates of the currency. This is the one for England. You can see it clearly in the video. Aberi, you can see it. You can see it. Belfast ló wà lókè, England ló wà nísàlẹ̀. The same way tó bá fẹ́ lọ gbá football, Belfast goal, Scotland goal, Wales goal, England goes. And you are now expecting British government to give you a country. No, they're not going to give us a country. But we can inform them and tell them, look, our new right to self-determination, and they must respect technology mistake or no way. So then Rashida. It is important that we exit Nigeria now. So, where do we stop the program this morning? It's just to say to ourselves, Mokia Collins, your religion is your personal business. Yes, the Scottish pound. Myself from money in Scotland to send the £20. So I will have the 4. So that when we are doing our program, I can show you the difference. So in the UK, they are smart. 4 countries will go and represent the word UK. But in Nigeria, 1 will go and represent the whole of the 200 million. So once again, a very good morning and thanks to everyone that joined. We appreciate. Mo ṣe rí ní Pastor Emmanuel Togba, mo rí pé ṣe prayer lẹ́ẹ̀kan. I was watching it and Ademba yín fi ẹ̀mí lọ. Torí we love you because church yín ó máa grow nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé church yín táwọn èèyàn ò rí nísìn tó jẹ́ pé tí bàbá Adébóyè nìkan ló ń rí. But bàbá Adébóyè ò sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Wọ́n ti jẹ́ dòdò. Wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀. In fact ni now, because Yorùbá ni wọ́n. Bàbá Adébóyè ti jẹ́ dòdò. Wọ́n ti jẹ́ dòdò. Ó jẹ́ kí bàbá yẹn lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ikú wo ló ń bẹ̀rù? Àwa gan bẹ̀rù kú. Bẹ́ẹ̀mi ṣe wà yìí ní sàwọ̀ bẹ̀rù kú. So àwọn ní láti máa pẹ̀pẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Ṣèbí Pastor Emmanuel Togba jáde. Wọ́n ní Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ dá dúró. Prophet Tibetan ní Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ dá dúró. Bàbá wa Prophet Adébáyọ̀, Prophet Máyọ̀wá, Prophet Nasiru. So kí ló wá ṣe bàbá Adébóyè? Ṣé bàbá Adébóyè special jù àwọn yẹn lọ ni? Ibi tẹ́ ti máa mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn ti compromise. Ìyẹn bàbá Adébóyè. He has compromised. And that is why àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé wọn nígbà tó gbọ́ kí bàbá Adébóyè sọ̀rọ̀ pé Yorùbá ló yẹ kó dá dúró, wọ́n disagree pẹ̀lú wa. Wọ́n ní lẹ́bọ ni wá. So mo kí Pastor and then Prophet John Ogundele, àwọn ti gbé ní UK rẹ̀. So mo kí Pastor Emmanuel Togba. Pastor Emmanuel Togba dẹ̀ ti sọ àti bàbá wa Prophet Tony, Nigeria is a galloping in Nigeria. Mo kí Mr. Joseph Truth. Mo kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí Pastor Emmanuel Togba. Mo wá kí gbogbo àwọn pastors wa náà tó jẹ́ pé àwọn young can àti gbogbo yín táyọ̀ ẹnì kankan sílẹ̀. Kí Pastor Yorùbá máa sọ pé ká pray fún Nigeria. Bomb bastard. Nigeria fò la pray fún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ pray fún látọ̀la dọ̀la kò sí nǹkan kan. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni ká máa pray fún, not Nigeria. And nobody can stop a moving train. ó máa crush sí pieces ni. So jẹ́ ká kọ́ appreciate ẹ̀yin wa because I have 15 minutes. Mr. Joseph, we thank you so much. Ogunṣẹ́gun Adébánjọ, mo kí mọ́mí mi First Bank. Ìyàwó Ọmọlára lẹ́ǹkan sí mo kí yín. Nurudeen Akínmọ̀yàdé mo kí yín. Ayọ̀míkún Dámíjì, good morning, thank you so much. Níláyọ̀ Ọmọ́tọ̀ṣọ́ mo kí yín mọ́mí, ẹ ṣé gan ni grandma. Àgbàyàn túbọ̀ dalẹ̀ fún gbogbo wa. Collins mo kí ẹ, Bámidélé Mohammed. Gbé Facebook púpọ̀ lẹ́nu, but máa post the video later. So let's go on our YouTube and appreciate you all. Mo kí ẹ̀yin ti Belfast o, tí ẹ ti ń tọ́jú wa láti ìjẹta tàti dé. It's been fantastic. I've never been here before, so you know I'm gonna have to come back again and explore. Wọ́n ní bíbá ẹni Titanic wà, ìbíbá replica Titanic. So mo kí Mr. Oyelami Abosede or Mrs. or Miss. Bàbá mi Kúnlé Shita, good morning. Bàbá wa Adéyẹmí Ọláyẹmí mo kí yín. Àjùwọ̀n Kọ́láwọlé, good morning. Ìyá wa Felicia Òjó, ẹ ṣé gan ni mà. Bàbá wa Adéyẹmí lẹ́ǹkan sí Kúnlé Shita. Olúwa Ọmọọba 3000, no going back. Mr. Folarin Adesanya, I want to thank you for the enlightening the people. That's all we can do. We have to enlighten you. If you like the outfit, Omitaf Culture on Instagram, I want one designer for me. Emma Kumoni Blue. This is the first time I'm wearing this one. I think I have about 4 different colors. Oyelami Abosede Mokila Konsi. Moki Aziz Dadeshere. He left to Miami last week Sunday. Ìyàwó Mama Dada sister Taiwo Lejado. Ìyàwó mi ṣe ń pè mí nísìn pé she has arrived back in New York. I'll be speaking to her in the morning. Usman Wahab, Daniel Adeyemi, Talotuwambe, and I think that's it. Waris Jinadu Ashegami, and Makenta Walori TikTok and the Twitter. So I'm gonna go back and lie down there. Don't know about that. Mama browse for me. So thank you so much. And there Walori Twitter space. I think I have the Twitter space on. Yeah, we have about 5 or 4 people there. So good morning. Thank you so much. We'll be communicating again. Just Mr. John Brista, Moki Clement, my Biafra brothers, Moki Simon Epa, the PM for the Biafra, Brooklyn, Eshegoni. My thought to America will be sometime next year, God willing, if all goes as planned. Thank you, Keke Cruz. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká jọra wa lójú, àdẹ̀ní bàjẹ́. We don't sit here because we believe we have the power to lambast anybody. We sit here because the country called Nigeria has failed every single one of us. And we're going to exit it, whether they like it or not. We are all going to exit it together. Moki Baba Ajayola and the rest of you. But where them are too, not Moki. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Yoruba will be free from the bondage of the British fraudulent amalgamation. Those of you on the Twitter, thank you so much for watching as well. America election is getting closer. What an interesting time to be alive. I don't know who is going to be the president, but we look forward to see what happens. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtí bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹjẹ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde, bọ́ bọ̀ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Thank you so much, and kọ́lọ́n kó jí wa sáyé. Oorun ayọ̀ la máa sùn. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní America àti Canada. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Australia. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Cyprus, Turkey. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní African countries. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní Nigeria. Títí tá a máa fi délẹ̀ lérí, ìṣọ́ àtààbò ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run máa fi ṣọ́ wa. Àní rí wàhálà, àní rí dààmú. Gbogbo ẹni tí wọ́n fi gbalẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́, ọba onílẹ̀ kò ní jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí gbà mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Àmọ́ káwa náà máa sùn àsùnpara, ó gbà mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́. Ó dàárọ̀.